As some of you guys might know, recently KSI has been under a lot of backlash for things he said about a YouTuber called the Wade Concept. But for those that don't know what I'm talking about, which you probably do, but on the rare chance that you don't, let me summarize this as best as I can. So recently the Wade Concept, or Wade, made a video talking about the situation and the negotiations going on in the fight between KSI and Jake Paul. And in this video, he says that KSI versus Jake Paul might not do as good as Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. He goes on to compare the pay-per-views of Logan Paul and KSI and Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. And while it's a really hot take that I personally don't agree with, it's his opinion and he's allowed to have his own opinion. And KSI saw this video and did not like what Wade had to say, so he took to Twitter, called him a two-faced person, a snake, and attacked this character saying fuck you and everything you stand for. Which, by the way, is already a huge overreaction, but to make things even worse, KSI's manager Mams Taylor went on to threaten Wade on getting him fired from his job in DAZN.
Thing is though, you guys act like I want this to be the case. You're like, yes, Wade wants Jake to do crazy numbers. Has anybody wanted Jake versus KSI more than me? Who has built that fight more?
Anyway, have fun on Kingpin, Wade.
See, there you go.
And after all of this and getting a lot of backlash on Twitter and Reddit, KSI went on to double down, saying that Wade is fake behind the scenes and that it wasn't an overreaction, which then led on to KSI getting more backlash from his community, leading to him posting an apology on Twitter that felt like more of a PR move than anything. If you want more context, I recommend you watch my last two videos on this situation, but now that you're all caught up, let's get into KSI's new response that he's had on the Side Plus podcast.
Wade is obviously allowed to have his opinion on anything. He can, it's a free society. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. That's cool. But I'm okay. I'm allowed to hate on it as well.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to not like his opinion.
To disagree.
So KSI says that Wade is allowed to have his own opinion, but KSI is also allowed to have his own opinion, which is completely true. Nobody's denying that at all. Of course KSI could have his own opinion. That's not what people are mad about at all. If anything, we're mad because you're not letting Wade have an opinion. We're not mad because you had an opinion. We're mad because you had a whole meltdown and got Wade fired because you did not like his opinion. I don't even understand how we got to this conclusion. It makes no sense. Like, how is hating and criticizing an opinion literally going on Twitter, insulting Wade, and literally attacking his character? Like, guys, he literally said, fuck you and everything you stand for because Wade had an opinion. How did KSI make this about himself and acted like he was the victim because he had an opinion when he literally tried to ruin a man's career over having an opinion? It's so dumb. And don't forget the fact that KSI literally doubled down on this and only apologized after getting backlash from his community. Anyways, there's more to this clip where he explains why Wade is so two-faced, so let me play that.
Disagree with his opinion.
Yeah. So with his opinion on the tag team...
Stop flinging your hand at me.
Sorry. So with the reason why I was like, he's two-faced is because behind the scenes, he's there like, this tag team idea, brilliant, I love it. And then online, he's there like, not sure about this, don't think this is a good idea, da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you 1 minute you're saying you like it to me in private, and publicly you're saying what the public want to hear. Alright,
so here KSI talks about how he's two-faced because Wade was really supportive about the tag team idea in private, but in his video he was against it and was saying what the public wants to hear because the public wants to hear Wade shitting on tag team. I don't know, but not only did Wade say it was a good idea in his video if it was done correctly, but he was mainly concerned about the safety of the tag team idea, and that was what really worried him.
You could have something similar here with boxing, but again, it's a real sport if it can be done safely and if they can iron out a couple of these kinks. I'd be interested in seeing something like this because of the potential matchups involved. I already got flamed on Twitter for a take I'm going to stand by that KSI and Logan do not beat Saul Poppy and Sensei if it is a skill for skill matchup. But also there's other matchups that can be made here and some different things that we can absolutely do. So Mams is always saying Misfits has something for everyone, and this proves that point if it's done right? You will have your influencer boxing one-on-ones. You will have apparently your pro boxing in the form of $1 million tournament, and then for the entertainment side of things and something a little bit further out there, you will have stuff like this tag team, which again, the variety that you get with Misfits is something I think is pretty dope.
Yeah, guys, as you guys could see, he really hated that tag team idea, right, guys? He was so mad, he hated it, he was shitting all over it. It's so dumb. I don't know where KSI got that he was hating on the Misfits idea, but he wasn't hating on it at all. At this point, it just feels like KSI just doesn't like Wade and just wanted to shit on him on Twitter for no reason. And the only reason he brought up the tag team and that Wade was shitting on it was just to justify KSI how big of a dickhead he was being on Twitter. Clearly KSI is just not sorry at all, and by the way, the sidemen, maybe they just don't know enough about the situation, but they were just blindly agreeing with KSI, and it really makes you wonder if KSI really only has yes men as his friends. But it doesn't end there, because KSI literally went on Twitter again and threw even more shade at Wade. Like, it doesn't stop. Jake Paul made a tweet saying that Wade should do the commentary for the fight with KSI, and KSI threw even more shade at Wade, saying that he can't wait to see Wade's face after he knocks Jake Paul out. Like, at what point do you just sit down and admit that you just don't like Wade? He's just being an absolute dick, and of course Wade, the absolute Chad that he is, had a really mature response. But man, KSI really has shown a side of him that I'm sure he didn't want anyone to know about, and he's literally slowly ruining his reputation because of an opinion that Wade had. This situation is just absolutely insane, and I really want you guys to let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this? Have you lost respect for KSI? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It would mean a lot as I'm a new channel, and make sure to watch my last two videos if you want more context on this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.